That's not boron. That's carbide, but that's part of the chain anyway. Yeah, trioxide into the dust, into the mixture. Hey, it's acetylene too. Acetylene and refined syngas and hydrogen chloride. It's a lot. It is a lot of refined syngas and hydrogen chloride. I like this. This would probably be not nicer if this was halved. At least it's an insane amount of refined syngas and hydrogen chloride, both of which are these are two of the biggest pains in the rear to make. Guess what we're trying to make right now to get niobium? Like, guess what we're trying to make to get niobium right now? Among others. Among others. That being said, technically the biggest pain in the rear is hydrogen peroxide. This little beauty. This beauty is the worst thing in the entire mod set. You just managed to get niobium plates yesterday. Good. Yes, it's a huge process to get so little. Yeah, it's a lot with a little return. That's the point. Um, the only way to improve the output of the niobium processing chain is to use productivity modules, because the vast majority of the chain it can use productivity modules, and that is by design. It's not like the other ore processing chains where you get additional steps the further you go into the game to improve the efficiency of the output. No, it's not like that. This is purely you have to use efficiency modules to get more niobium, just like you have to use the productivity modules to get more molybdenum as well as more rare earth oxides. Those three things are based on productivity. So yeah, say hello to like the worst fluid type. At least formerly the worst fluid type. I could argue now that ammonia is now the worst fluid type, or shall we say liquid manure is the worst fluid type. So hydrogen peroxide, this stuff, you're spending nickel, and then this anthraquinone, which is liquid nitrogen and aromatics and chromium. So you're spending nickel and chromium, so you're spending nichrome to make this basically, and then also gasoline for liquid nitrogen. So this is one of the worst, outside of literally everything that consumes zinc. Outside of the things which consume zinc. By the way, this is why hydrogen peroxide is such a pain in the rear. It's silver foam. Silver foam is what makes hydrogen peroxide so bad. It's just it needs a lot of it, and it needs chloride and acetylene too, just to keep kicking you in the rear end. Just keep kicking while you're down for the silver foam. And guess what? Silver foam is used for. Oh, it's part of the fusion energy. Yeah, remember how you need tritium now to complete the game, and it's also used in, guess what, biopolymer, which is necessary to complete the game. So yeah, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Anyway, in our last 20 minutes, let's actually start building chromium. Or should we go over and actually fill the Ulrich corrals with modules? I think it's about time to fill the Ulrich corrals with the accrued Ulrich. I've got a few Ulrich that need to be uncaged. They must be unleashed upon the world. Our glorious Mark 1 Ulrich. Do remember that like rocks. All right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. Do remember I'm at game speed 200%, times 2 game speed. Just point of note again how productive we are. How far am I going? A long way. Okay. How's the fuel doing in my car? Decent. I'm using stacked coal in my car, which isn't the best idea, but it lasts. There's absolutely no difference in the fuel efficiency. It's still like having 5. It's like using regular coal, because the stack size is 1/5 that of the standard coal. It's like just putting a full stack of coal into the car. It would be the same way with if the stacked Coke had a fuel value, by the way. It doesn't actually improve the anything in terms of the efficiency. It's just the stack size is 1/5 the normal stack size of the Coke. Each one lasts longer, but I mean it's still the same as 5 units of Coke anyway. So yeah, I've got a few caged Ulrich. Just a few. And we can see that the stack size is 10. More Ulrich. Unleash the Ulrich. Unleash the alien horses. RSO is officially updated now, apparently. For alien life, I would imagine. This is good thing. Gosh, I hope I am okay with a full stack. Also, I need to, like, get rid of cages. I have too many cages. I am carrying too many cages. By the way, I did not need to update RSO because I already had the compatibility thing for it. I already had my alien life compatibility. So it's great that I don't have to worry about it going forward. How many more? Not many. We're done! We're done! Cage those Ulrich! Cage them! Where's the... Oh, I do hope this works properly. Yes, good. Alright, now we have to make sure that all of these have the proper number of the modules installed. That all of these have 6, none of them have 5 or 4. Checking across 73 of these Ulrich corrals. And do remember that the actual final output here is going to be 0.5. Just for reference, the actual final output is half per second. And then I also need to make sure that all of the lights are green. Because I thought I just saw down here, oh, we've got some red lights. You know what the red lights mean? The red lights mean we do not have enough water. That's what the red lights mean. Not enough barrels of water exist. And apparently not enough cages are in production, or are currently available. So, more cages! Go, cages, go. Do the thing. Unleash the cages! All of the glorious cages. And then make my way down to get even more barrels for water. must have all of the water. And then yeah, we can do this now. I don't need any more for modules at the moment, and eventually, if I ever do need more Ulrich, this chest will be a buffer for me on the Ulrich. Once this fills with oh hey, we've got our non-zero bone meal, folks. Yes, alien life is out. It's functioning. It's live. It's good. I've got bone meal. Officially, item stack size 100. Okay, I thought that said 50 over here. I guess I was wrong. I guess I was looking at cages, not bone meal earlier. So yeah, it's working. It's working! We are slaughtering our glorious Ulrich and making bone meal out of it. All the horses are now being slaughtered and converted into bone meal. What are we going to use the bone meal for? I have no idea anymore. Because we're going to be doing other processes. You are bone meal supply 1. Did I already rename you to depot? Yes, I did. Good. Bone meal supply 1. Bone meal depot 1. Wait. Bone meal depot 1. Yes, 3. Full cargo. Circuit condition. And go. Wait, what? Oh, that's bad. Yes, non-zero bone meal. Where's my car? Hey, car. Yeah, it would be a great idea if that existed. That would be nice. If that existed. Oh, hey, it filled. I filled the thing, folks. It's filled. Here, let's not walk on that side. Yep, we're good, we're good. Shift right click, shift left click, give it stuffs. Auto saving. Oh, by the way, you go fill with fuel. You don't necessarily need to fill with fuel, although you do need fuel. Fuel. Yeah, fuel. Yeah, this stuff. This stuff is fuel. Yeah, this stuff is fuel. Go. What are you doing? Oh, see, this is why it's very important that that little bit of track exists. It's full, it's going there, and I guess it has enough fuel value in it that it doesn't want to go to the thingy. To the fueling station, which is way over here. Fuel stop 1. We actually go there on the map and have ourselves a look-see at fuel stop 1. We can have this guy here. So train supply manager requires that this is specifically named as fuel stop 1. Off it goes. Off goes this train. Heading on back. See how it handles the quote-unquote roundabout situation. And yeah, it'll come in and then it'll load at the next, it'll stop at the next depot. And I could add a 3rd train. I don't think I'm going to. What I will do, however, is limit you a bit, because we're gonna have a buffer here on bone meal. We don't need to have all of these so much. 3 trains worth, I guess, is fine. Why does it need the 1 in the name? It needs the 1 in the name because there is 1 locomotive as part of the train. That is why it needs the 1 in the name for the fuel stop. It needs to be fuel stop, camel case, 1, because there is 1 locomotive. If there were 2 locomotives, it would be called fuel stop 2. And same with 3 locomotives, 4 locomotives, etc., etc. It is because train supply manager will calculate the total value of the fuel value across the locomotives. I think. It wants to be sure that you're sending your locomotives to the correct type of station so that it can fuel the correct number of locomotives. Anyway, we have like 9 minutes left, just for reference. And we've got Bonemeal! Celebration times. That was a major pain-ish? It's a milestone, definitely. I don't know how it handles the two-sided trains. I think it is the same. It's just 1, and you just have to do the proper logistics. Yeah, I don't know exactly the naming convention. There, it should be in the documentation for a train supply manager what the actual name would be if you have like a 121 train. Or a 242. I don't really like designing the trains in that way anymore. When I first played, the first time I ever did Rails, that's how I did trains. Was like individual sections of rail, single lines connecting two locations. That is like the most basic of basic things that you can do. Is connecting point A to point B with one string of rail and have a train with a locomotive on each end of the train so that it can go back and forth between the two locations. That is as simple as you can get. And that's how you should probably start doing things if it's the first time you're doing trains. Probably start with that before trying to get into anything a little bit more complex. Just get a feel for the mechanics by doing it that way. That way you also avoid like needing to do all sorts of signal type stuff unless you're doing crosses, intersections of the lines. And you can, over time just incorporate more and more things to get things a little bit more complex, learn more about the proper signaling, and eventually you'll get into setups that look more like this, where you have your trains going in a continuous circuit mode, where they will drive only on one side of the rail. We've got right-hand drive here, so trains on the bottom line here will only go to the right. Trains on the top line will only go to the left. I should do something with this fetal serum. Should I do this? Yes, I think we're going to show this now. Say hello to the That Brain Computer. Biocomputer. It says bow before me. Like, it actually says that. We can use this to convert red science into green science, or red and green science into blue science. It needs fetal serum, which we're making. And guess what? We have literally everything else. We have everything that we need to make a trickle of glorious things. Blue science. Wasn't I carrying red storage chests? So we can make a whole 0.1 at a cost of 1 green science. I am not even remotely close to making 1 green science. This is designed for you to get a specific tech at the next tech level before you actually get to that next tech level. Like, it's specifically designed so that you can get that one next tech that you want. This is not the primary method of getting blue science. No circuit 2s anymore? That is correct, technically. Chemical science packs, the intended way, has now been changed again. Back to circuit board 2s. This used to be neuro whatevers. Why is this no longer King? Why is this no longer the neuro whatevers? Why did this have to change again right as on release? So chem science packs, they exist, I guess, again with circuit board 2s and alien sample 2s now. That's another thing added to this. So this is like the original plus alien sample 2s. What it was plus alien sample 2s. What does that mean for the Pi science pack? So the Pi science pack requires neuroprocessors. It was these things that were involved in blue science. Why is there 2 for the blue science? Because the VatBrain computer exists, biocomputer exists. Because this exists now, the VatBrain biocomputer. So there is an alternative method of getting red science, green science, blue science, purple science, I think also yellow. Utility, is there? Yeah, and all the way up to utility through the VatBrain computer. And it is converting previous levels of science pack into the next levels of science pack at the cost of stuff. And it is a really slow process. A really slow process. Let's get some crude oil going in here. So which one should you do? The normal method. Don't the VatBrain process is only for getting a small, slow trickle so that you can pick up some very specific tech that you are looking for. Like some important upgrade that you want now versus having to wait all the way through until you're setting up proper blue science. So something like, I don't know, the next tool belt upgrade to give you additional inventory space, to get the next worker robot speed upgrade that you couldn't otherwise get quite yet. That is the idea behind it, to get those types of techs that you don't... Why? No! No! 2 freaking tiles! 2 tiles! 2 frickin' tiles. Yes, Niobium. Niobium will be our savior. It will be the savior. But we don't have it yet. So, for now, we just have to deal with the iron. Just gotta deal with the iron, and then it's like, just do that, and Yeah, let the robots flow. Bring on the stuffs. I mean, technically this stream was supposed to be Neobium. Melon, I mean, technically this stream was supposed to be Neobium, but just realistically speaking, if I don't do anything off screen, which these days I don't really think I have enough time really to do anything off screen, just going forward, it will be at least at least another 2 full stream days before we can even think about seeing Neobium, because we're going to finish the Chromium / do the Chromium build next time. That's going to be what we do next time, is the build for the Chromium and setting that up onto the train network, which will take like at least the first full half of the stream, if not more than that. And then the actual setup needs to begin on the well, we have to decide exactly where we're going to set up for the Neobium, so we have to like find a good patch of Neobium, which there's not that many that exist. We have to find the patch, get train rails close-ish enough to it. I mean, there is this one, probably going to be this one, just extend this rail down here. And then we have to like build all the things for it too, so yeah, at least 2 streams. Are you moving yet? Come on, robots, do your thing. Do the thing, robots. More. Request more. Request more things. Are you moving yet? You're moving! It's moving! It's moving! Ish. So, this has now made 9 things. And as it crafts stuff, by the way, it... Oh, here's the bots. Hey, stuff! Yay! Part of the sound effect of this building is it will say, bow before me. On occasion. It will require you to bow before that brain, biocomputer. It's got an eye. It's watching you. It just said it. I could barely hear it, but it just said it because of course it's an environment sound. So you're either going to have the robots be excruciatingly loud, or you're going to be able to hear this, or you're not going to be able to hear this. But yeah, it's totally, what's his face? From Star Fox. Yeah, that thing. That dude. The villain. Star Fox 64. Yeah. That fight. True ending fight. Andros, yes, that is the name. That is the name. So, the blue science is going places. Where is this blue science going? The blue science is going into you. So the blue science is going into DNA samples for crustaceans, which means we're going to have Ziffo soon, and potentially, well, we're still going to be missing the artificial blood for the Zippier, but we will be able to actually get Zippier. We will be able to get the Zippier. Of course, we've had beautiful, glorious sea sponges for a little while. And it's now 5 minutes after our ending time, by the way, so yeah, we're Ziffo! Ziffo! For what good that is. For what good that is, the Ziffo and technically also the Zippier, because we could do the artificial blood at this point. And there was one other thing to check, and that was, Muckmo. Do the Muckmo still require circuit 2s? Do the Muckmo still require circuit 2s? They do. Cough, cough. The Muckmo pastures are still circuit 2s. So remember how you needed Muckmo for lard for making circuit 2s? Yeah. Yeah. It's still there. It's still there. CO2, uh, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide from organic matter still exists. It's just biomass now. Organic matter is now biomass. It's a different name. Same thing, different name. Biomass has a fuel value too, so that's that. Is lard from bones still an option? I think so, yes. See, lard is fat, for reference. Lard is fat. Lard is not lard. Lard is fat. But yes, lard from bones still exists. Lard from brains exists. Yeah, lard from stuffs. You can get lard from stuffs. Stuff. Lots of ways of getting lard. So yes, 18.5 is out now. Oh God, why, devs? Why you do this? Why you do this, devs? 18.5 is that yeah, 18.5. What did they change? Bug fixes and scripting. Oh God, what happened here? Scripting, building entities. We'll set. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Add reset time played, which will reset time played to 0. All right, that shouldn't break anything. Fix crash. Fix construction robots missing their working animations. Uh-oh, that might break things. Fix circuit network debug visualization text overlap. Fix the circuit network tooltip. All right, tooltips. Script active mods wouldn't be. All right, whatever. Fix that sync mods with save feature would try to download mods it didn't need to in some cases. Yeah, that's a good thing to fix. Fix that train pathfinder could create a non-contiguous path. Uh-oh. Fix possible crash when units were attacking rails with trains on them. Oops. Fix pump would consume energy and play animation when it tried to transfer very small amounts of fluid but failed to do so. Okay. Yeah, that's stuff. Stuff. I don't think anything bad is going to happen with this one. God damn them. Yes, they've updated stuff. Yeah, assuming that everything that they did is listed in the changelog, because sometimes not everything is listed on the changelog, I don't think there's going to be any problems. Yeah, they've been not completely including everything in the changelogs. Alright, with that, we've reached the end of the stream for today. I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have been watching the VOD on YouTube, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/otakushowboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. You can do all of the social stuff through the links in the description below the video, including supporting Pyandon's Mods development at patreon.com/Pyandon and myself at patreon.com/otaku Showboat. One note about the Patreon, by the way, is that I have now changed my goals to community goals. The focus will now be on expanding the number of people rather than the amount earned through Patreon. I think it is going to be a better practice for the long term to focus on people than sheer actual number for the support through Patreon in particular. So the next goal there is at 10 supporters, and that will be to have a monthly update video thanking the patrons and to roadmap what we're going to be covering over the course of the month. We are currently at 6 supporters through Patreon. So just 4 more. Any level of support is appreciated, and that's the thing. You can have a look at what the additional goals are on my Patreon page. Now, unfortunately, I think they sort of like hide the goals now if you are already a patron for some reason. Like I can't there's no spot that shows what the goals are if you're already a patron. I don't understand why they would change that, but anyway. Anyway, you can still see it if you're like logged out, which is weird. Weird. But yeah, I will, of course, be back on Thursday for more of our Pi Alien Life playthrough. Hope everyone has fun on their own playthroughs going forward. Now that Alien Life is live for everyone, find all the bugs. Find all the bugs. Now is the time. Find all the bugs and report them, and do all the glorious things. Suffer so that I don't have to suffer. Now all of you can suffer so that I don't have to suffer. And I will, of course, see you all on the next one.